and listening to it as a Man United fan, yes, I know I will get berated. Yes, I know. All right, calm down.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Now, the unique combination of being National Poetry Day today and also non-league weekend in the football, usually happens in the international break, means that there is literally only one person in the county that we can speak to at this juncture. Unfortunately, that person is who we're speaking to right now. Of course, it is Rowan Waller from the Property Pen. Rowan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rich. Nice to be here.
Well, thank you. Well, the stars have aligned this weekend. This is quite literally is your day. I'm going to name it. A wonderful wordsmith, and the combination between a love of yours, including non-league football, and Oxford City, of course, and poetry. The worlds have just collided.
Yeah, it felt non-negotiable really this morning.
I was over a barrel. It was like, no, can we do it Monday? No, it's impossible. It is today. So what do these 2 days kind of mean to you? Because they're two very special things in your life, and you work with words on a day-to-day basis, and I guess the social aspect is your love of Oxford City and that kind of things. When these worlds collide, what does it feel to you today?
So I have a day-to-day business where I write professionally, but I don't write in any sort of no, that's not quite true to say it's not creative, but I write blog content for the property industry. So that's there's I suppose I can be a little poetic about it, but it's not poetry. So when I get a chance to write for myself for fun, it's either fiction or it's stories in verse or it's poetry. And of course, when I had a business that was a sponsor of Oxford City Football Club, which in the past I sold, could no longer be a sponsor, and so I didn't want to get kicked out of the WhatsApp group and said, look, how about I become your official club poet? So I mean, as random as it is, there was method behind the madness, and that's what I became. So Andrew Gate came to me recently and said, look, we've got World Poetry Day, Friday the 21st. It's non-league day, Saturday the 22nd. We really need to get a poem out for it. Can you do it? So, of course, I stepped up and produced something for them. But, I mean, it's I'm the Oxford City poet, but the poem itself is a little bit more all-encompassing for steps 5 to 11. Steps 1 to 7 is 5 to 11.
Well, look, you've teased us with it, and it would be absolutely remiss of us not to get the poem. And I know you are desperate to flick screens to get this up. So look, the floor is yours, Rowan, with this perfect synergy of National Poetry Day today, and of course non-league day tomorrow. Take it away, Rowan.
All right. Well, this one is called Non-Leaguers, True Believers. I met a man from Malibu, a massive Man United fan, in passing on his pilgrimage up north to see the Etihad. I didn't state the obvious, just shook his hand and wished him well. He wandered off oblivious. I hope you'll like it. Time will tell. 4 tiers in the Football League, and up on top, the illustrious Prem. Non-league football underneath sometimes feels like us and them. So why do we do it, boys and girls? Lurk in tiers 5 to 11. We've got the best league in the world. Why we here steps 1 to 7? Well, it's because it's more than just glory. It's about being along for the ride. It's about being a part of the story. It's about losing, but you're happy they tried. It's about rusty turnstiles and corrugate stands. It's a burger and chips and a pint of the fence. Or it's street food and craft beers, even live bands. Fans goading each other, but not causing offence. It's about players who play and then prop up the bar. It's about players who play for the love of the game. It's about knowing the chairman and knowing the kit man and knowing they'll sometimes be one and the same. It's about the 300 miles that you travel away just to see it called off for a frozen pitch. And it's gone back up on a Tuesday night with just 8 other fans and then nicking a win. It's about all of these things on top of the game.
That's beautiful.
You know what?
That is beautiful. That is stunning. It's really. Do you know what? I was going to clap, but there's nothing worse than one person clapping. Do you know what I mean? It's like it sounds awful. So I'm not going to clap. I was just listening back to that, and everything you've sort of touched on there. That is the big thing, and listening to it as a Man United fan. Yes, I know I will get berated. Yes, I know. All right, calm down. But it is absolutely true. That is my team. That is my love. And actually, having that lower league love, it is a different beast. It is a different feeling. It is a different thing because it's a different atmosphere and you can go along and support. And it is different, but it's wonderful at the same time. And all those things are that kind of. And I'm kind of saying this because obviously with non-league day tomorrow as well. I know that Oxford City have dropped the prices. It's not even expensive to go there, but they've dropped the prices. I know that lots of people who maybe go and watch Oxford United will actually go, right, we're going to get down to City. I know a lot of Sheffield Wednesday fans will probably be rocking up at Oxford City as well by mistake, if you saw that story during the week. But there is that semblance and that feeling of just like, do you know what? You've got to look after. You've got to support. You've got to have these teams here because these are the teams that also make up the big teams. And kind of taking it a little bit further, even look at the Carabao Cup final at the weekend with Liverpool, with Newcastle. Dan Burn, someone who has literally transcended, who's played on those frozen pitches, who has had those games called off after travelling up there, who's done that and has now lifted a trophy for Newcastle United for the first time in 70 years.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just highlight the importance of this weekend, but also of those teams like Oxford City and all the other ones in the county?
These teams, not just the teams, but it's the clubs and the facilities they provide to the local community. That's important in getting kids from a very early age into the game, for developing them through the game. It helps players at the beginning of their careers before they step up into high levels. And it also helps players coming down through the end of their careers, still have some football in them in their 30s, when, football's it's a bit of a brutal career, isn't it? You sort of get to 28 and they start talking about you being old and, up for pasture soon.
Yeah.
So that's, I think there's a beauty to non-league football, and it's something that other countries don't really have. They don't have a following in football that's below those, maybe they're kind of top one or two leagues in a whole country. Whereas, we're lucky enough to have these 11 tiers in this football pyramid into regional leagues, and everything feeds through to this beast at the top. So, however much we do kind of look at the football league, those top four leagues, and I think feel that we need a little bit more support, a little bit more dribbling down. It's also that's the pinnacle, and that's the aspiration that these clubs and these players and the fans aspire to get into.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have put it better. It's a really interesting and fascinating insight, and through great words, Rowan, you've actually kind of just summed that up beautifully in a wonderful poem. So glad we got you on today. It literally is the perfect day for you, and it's been really great catching up with you. Thanks so much, Rowan.
Nice one. Cheers, Rich.
Brilliant stuff. It's Rowan Waller from the Property Pen there, of course, the official poet. Who'd thought? Yes, it's brilliant. I love it for Oxford City. So look, the upshot of all of this, if you're kind of going, actually, do you know, fancy a bit of football this weekend? Of course, it is the international break. England are on tonight. If you fancy going to watch your Tame Uniteds, your Bamboo Uniteds, your Oxford Cities, and all the other wonderful teams as well, I can't mention in this big long list, then go and do it this weekend. If any weekend, go and do it this weekend and just get a flavour of what it is like, because it's brilliant.